Hello, everyone, and welcome back to tonight's episode of The Plight of Princes. It's been a while. We hope you're doing well. And happy 2020, because maybe you haven't. Whatever. Anyway, it's been a while, but that's mostly because we've had. Jobs have gotten in the way, English majors have gotten in the way, life's gotten in the way, but it's okay. I get to kill them all now. Where we last left off, this band of misfits and bizarre individuals, to understate some of them, were on their way traveling around Feyre. The purpose of this traveling is to find these spires, which have been identified by one Fey entity who has assisted the kingdom of Neverwinter. Neverwinter having been under attack by Githyanki, badly damaged and in disrepair, but several key princely individuals were kidnapped. As such, it is believed that these spires, which were only recently appeared and are of a unique metal not native to Faerun, could have some sort of correlation to this. So they're traveling around. On their way north towards Port Lost, or Luskan, whichever one, they're going to go up that way anyway. They began to find the results of very bloody and brutal combat. Investigating for a period, they determined that two individuals fled from this. It was later revealed that these two individuals were, one, Gregor, the lycanthropic, lack of a better term, hired muscle for Neverwinter's king, which can be just pointed at a problem, and the problem usually gets resolved messily. And the individual responsible for the murders, as well as several disappearances and murders in Neverwinter since the attack by the Githyanki. As such, the party are making their way now towards where they believe that this conflict between the two are growing, because it seems they have managed to stop and are beginning to fight. They're now outside the crossroads to Port Lost, and they can see that Gregor was fighting some sort of invisible entity, invisible to all but one or two people. As such, they could see that a large portion of his chest was literally just ripped. Muscle and all, and breastbone was taken before being crushed and consumed by, essentially as if it was just inverted inward into like a black hole kind of thing, the kind of disappearing into a spiral, and the pop, less of a pop and more of a crunch. And with that messiness, and with all of you here, let's see, are you on the map? I believe you are. You are. Excellent. Now, bearing in mind that only one person in the party can currently see this, I would like you all to roll initiative.
I just got here.
Daddy wants a new pair of bikes. Daddy wants a new pair of bikes.
Please desist from speaking. How do you play D&D anymore? Okay, there we go.
You
Let's
click the
see.
token and then...
Oh no! Oh no! That's
I'm the only one who can see it. My decade's off to a good start.
hey.
You know, I can't.
There's Kairk.
I gotta kind of sit with you because I can't remember where the hell you're supposed to roll.
There's...
It's in the top middle.
Make sure you also click
Oh
your
dear.
Click your token too, Betty, so it pops up on the
I
thing.
did.
Which you
It did.
Good.
Yeah.
And then finally, I roll initiative for Grok the Harvester.
Pardon? I don't like that.
Excuse you.
Okay, so he goes a bit low, so that's good.
Good.
So we start with the gay boy! Gay boy! Loyalty! What you doing, boy? You just saw... Oh, and I will say this for preference, I do remember that, Posey, you had previously launched off an Eldritch Blast at him, which missed, and you just saw him turn, like, it's almost like the eyes disappeared into his sockets and reappeared on the side of the face where you had shot from,
Oh dear.
to identify you.
I'm fine.
And Loyalty, you saw her blast off in a radius close to Gregor, and you saw something near Gregor tear him the fuck up.
Say that again? I was looking through my spell slots, sorry. Because I missed the middle bit. I'm
You
sorry.
saw where Posey blasted off her Eldritch Blast too, but it clearly did not make contact with anything, hitting ground further beyond them, up at that
Ooh,
bit of a
whoops.
rocky area.
Sorry, learning at trying to remember how Roll20 works.
Fair.
Well,
And you have a vague idea where it might be, and you also can just guess from where Gregor is looking. I will say as well, Gregor currently has his greatsword out, and it is currently aflame.
Okay, in that case then, Lo is going to do a very quick little flourish and give Posey a bardic inspiration.
Okay. So
Wow.
Posey will get to roll a d6. Is it still for you?
Yes.
Yeah. You get to roll a d6, Posey, whenever you make a saving throw or an attack roll in the
Thanks.
next however long. It's quite a while. It's longer than most combats, so that's fine. That's you. And your action.
That is, yeah. I was going to say, yeah. That's only my bonus. And in the process of doing the flourish, I'm going to use my action to dodge.
Okay, you take the action to prepare to jump the fuck away from something. I will say as well, as you guys look out over this area, it's a absolute mess of carnage, gore, and just body parts are littered everywhere. You can tell that there are several people who were either caught up in this fight or tried to intervene in this fight, and things did not end well for them. An overturned cart on the far right as well.
Mate, I missed some fun action. Why wouldn't you get here sooner?
Kika.
Ah! Oh god.
Oh, I forgot the most important thing. Give me a sec. For anyone who currently doesn't, turn on your Roll20 audio.
I can't for various reasons.
You've heard it before anyway.
Oh, it's that. Enjoy that, guys.
Kika, it's your turn.
What the frick? Fucking. Ah!
Fucking.
What do I do?
Your best.
Ah!
D&D.
Kiko always
D-
tries
D-
her
D-
best.
best.
How fucking okay? Let's start with the basics. How bloody far away am I? Is a good place to start.
It's an excellent place to
about
start.
100 foot.
Okay. Let me move that so I can actually see what the number says. 115. Okay, let's.
Bearing in mind, you do not know exactly where he is.
Yes. Okay, that's no good. That's too far. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good if I can't see him. Ooh. Give me 2 secs to look up spells. Did I program it in? Oh, I did.
Actually,
What's
who's
the
got higher
range on that?
dex?
30 foot. Okay, well that's garbage if that's 30 foot. Oh, this is so hard when you only have 2 spell slots.
Yeah, welcome to Warlock.
Lycanthropes.
Yeah.
Don't waste a spell slot on
No,
something
I'm not
that's
gonna. I'm not
invisible,
gonna use the
you know?
spell. I'm not gonna use the spell slot just yet. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let me double check the range. What's the range on that? 60 feet. Okay, so about here. I will cast Silent Image.
Okay, where do you point that again? Just once more?
It's still there. Just here. 60
Oh,
feet.
just here?
Yeah, just here.
Okay.
Because I can only cast about 60 feet. So
Yeah,
is
that's
this
fine.
like a pile of rocks or something?
That's more of like, say, a build up a rock. This is on a lower thing. You know, kind of like where a bit of a rock formation usually curves around bends and things like that. That kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's just like a small. It goes up maybe about 5 to then 10 foot at the very top.
Okay,
But 10 foot would be closer to about.
I'll try to make it look like it's someone walking out from behind there, and
Okay.
I'll create oh god, who do I even pick? I'll pick a human who looks like Gregor's human form to walk out from behind there.
Funnily enough, I have his token. Okay. And that's all it can do.
Okay, Kika will fly up about 10 feet and scooch on over towards these trees and sit in the branches of them trees and just be like, I'm gonna hide in here and take some cover.
Okay, smart girl. Wittick!
Right. Can't do anything. Dash. Close. So, I shall take the dash action.
Sure.
Get up to Zar.
Yeah, you wade through, and it's maybe like, it's like fresh rainfall. You know that how that turns mud into like that soft form. That's kind of like the thing you're getting to slop into it of your hands, or it's not your hands, excuse me, your feet, of just blood and gore.
Right. Then bonus action. Can't do that because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I can't do anything as a bonus action.
You
Because
just
I can't
dash
see
up.
it.
Okay.
So I just prepare
You just get up there like, haha, I'm here.
this.
King. Actually, I'm gonna check. No, Carrick's an NPC, so he goes after you.
Right. I take a. We have a vague idea where this enemy is. We'll still have a disadvantage, but we have
Yes.
Gregor,
Yeah,
Yes.
you can see Gregor
so we
being
can at least
attacked.
target it. We just.
Yeah, you have a vague idea that somewhere within the front of him is the creature.
Also, Posey is staring in horror in that general direction.
Very fair, yes.
I take a single step forward and say, "It appears we have a regenerate." And my good hand goes out, and at the beast, a ghostly skeletal hand tries to.
The 14 will miss, unfortunately.
Would be an 18.
You
No,
have disadvantage.
Oh yes, of course. Duh.
But I will say, I'm just going to check something real quick because there's rules that I need to. So give me a moment because things exist. Things exist. Revelation. Yeah. Carrick's going to use his reaction to give you an inspiration dice because he is a College of Valor bard.
Ah.
Bop, 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 bop.
You done that
So-
before or after my attack?
He makes a reaction, so he gets to do it when you make an attack.
So I don't think I can use that for that attack then, correct?
No, he does it after you make the attack. I shouldn't have declared whether or not. See, this is the problem of having an NPC, but. Yeah, then you hit. So that'll be 3 necrotic.
Excellent, and now we can't regenerate.
Which, yeah, doesn't. Yeah, it
For a
does
turn.
actually. Yeah. You guys watch as the hand just like reaches out and clings onto like a figure, like it just clings onto like a shoulder, and it's almost like there's. It's weird. It's like watching invisible mud or lava, you know, the kind of thing where it's that slow moving, like wash over something and just encompassing. But that's to the skeletal hand, which is pulled inward. You just hear.
Is it undead?
No,
Because if it was, it would have had disadvantage on attacks. That's
which
what
would
it
have been very, very good, but unfortunately, it is not.
Yep.
And that's your turn. Now it's Carrick's. fuck's he gonna do?
His best.
Lot of stuff that involves seeing a fucker. Okay. Let's see, he's already used... I need to check how many inspiration dice he has, just because I need to keep it on top of my head.
Equal to charisma mod.
Oh, is it? Inspiration dice...
I put it in the chat, by the way.
Hang on. It's okay. You can use number of times you get your charisma modifier. Okay. Charisma modifier is... okay, but not amazing. So he gets 2 more. So he's going to inspire. He has to get closer to inspire Gregor, actually. He has to get within 60 feet. So he will fly up and over. He's going to go up into the air as he moves. And he's going to dash to there. And he's about 20 foot up. And he's going to inspire Gregor, who can see this thing and is trying to chop into something. Runara, the light domain cleric.
Right.
Little heroine that you are.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna run away. No.
Brave, so
I
Robin.
run away.
I'll run 30 foot to there.
Bravely, I flee.
And I know the basic area that he's in, so I will cast Fairy Fire in the general area.
Okay, so
Which
where
creature is?
are you going to affect fairy fire to? So like, are you gonna hit Gregor with it, or
I mean, I'll try not to hit Gregor with it. Like, I'll aim it so it hits in front of Gregor, and try
So,
and
like,
try and
it's
get.
got a radius to it, isn't it? Click the spell so we can see it.
It is a 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. So you could do say.
I'll try and smash it over, like,
So if it's a cube, you'd do something like,
yeah.
say, there.
By our powers combined!
By powers combined, we make
Considering
it
it's
work.
only a blast, it will hit him. So I've got to make a dexterity save for him. Ooh, he has nice to that. Make sure he's whispering his rolls first, which he is. Thank you. And save. I think he saves.
Yeah, probably, if you said that. That's what I can do.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure yours is probably the same about mine, where it's 13.
Yeah, mine's 14, but
Yeah, no, trust me, he got 22.
yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
I forget by the way you said
Welcome
it.
back
then
to
I was
level
like, what you said
4.
Where it's like, no,
Level 4.
Level 4. Level 4.
Let's see now. How far away is everyone? Okay, that's who's within 60 feet. Wittick! 1 for Care and 1 for Unara. I need wisdom saving throws from all.
Oh no.
Sure.
No.
No, no.
Wait, do I have anything that's
Care succeeds with a 16.
Dude.
Runara succeeds with a 16.
Just checking to make sure I don't have anything that says no to magics, which I don't think I do.
It's not a magic effect anyway, it's not a spell. So just make your wisdom save.
Well, I was just being sure.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So you three, almost in a line, watches just from nothingness. You see these large white eyes just apparating before you, just like blinking open and encompassing a space. And then you begin seeing this toothy, gourd-filled mouth with these almost dagger or needle-like teeth, and these just points of spindules of just small bits of muscle or flesh. It's this weird amalgamation of almost like something that is humanoid, taking the shape of a humanoid, but is not human itself. And Wittick, you are frightened, but you all see it. And
So we can all see it now.
no, those three can, because they came within 60 feet of it. Now, that's just because you got within that range. now we get to see. Give him other things. Willie, I'm gonna make a wisdom check for him to see if he'll do that yet. Yeah, he's a hungry bastard. He's doing it. Okay, he's going to use just a taste. And how many people are there? There is 4. 4 to 9. So we'll say Gregor takes 3 of them, and each one of you will take 2. So you guys watch as these, from his back, just undulating out, are these like pseudopods almost that just apparate from him, and each one lashes out an absurd length. 2 strike you, Runara, 2 strike Care, 2 strike Wittek, and then 3 strike Gregor. So
Sure.
2d4 plus 2. Do this first. 1. That is for Wittek, Care, then Runara.
Is there an attack roll or a save or?
Nope. You get hit. And then Gregor
damage
That's
is
like a magic missile.
it's an equivalent, but it only does within 60 feet.
What damage?
It is force.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's necrotic. Excuse me. It is necrotic, and he can't heal because he just took
Right.
something that denied him from healing. So good thing that happened because he was about to just patch up. But
Sucks to be you.
Gregor takes 11. Gregor is not loving life. And everyone else takes that. It's all necrotic. And, oh yeah, I have to do Carrot's health. Shit.
How is Gregor looking?
You've never seen Gregor look this badly damaged.
Okay.
You've actually never seen him look this badly damaged. And that is... Let's see, he does all that, and he gets to make 1 attack. So you guys watch as like this forearm of his just begins to change and warp into almost like a large axe blade, and he swings it to slash at Gregor. And he hits. And max damage on that. Fuck! So Gregor takes reduced, he takes 15. No, he takes reduced that, and then what's the save? Takes, okay, he only takes 7 points of damage. Whew. Okay. I thought so, but okay. So Gregor's turn. Gregor is going to be able to, let's see, as his bonus action he's going to adapt, so he's going to try and heal. So he can only manage to do, he's actually going to use his last 2d10 for his adaptation, because he has been taking it like a bollocks. That goes up to, okay, heals him a little bit. No, not all that much. Back down. Minus. Okay, goes back to that, and he's going to make 2 greatsword swings, both inflamed. So that's a hit, and that's a miss. So the second attack misses. Oh no, he gets an inspiration actually, so he's going to roll that for that. 1d6. So that would class over on that. So both attacks hit. So that is 28 slashing damage. And then you guys watch as the flame crosses across this, strikes this creature. You just watch as like that part of the body just like almost pulls away, and there's almost like an it, this kind of vibe of just this kind of screeching sound once the flame makes contact with just -8, minus 118, minus 36.
Would we be to interpret from that it does not like fire?
It does not like fire. And everyone can hear that screech, not just the people who can see it. So you can tell something just screeched once flame struck against it. And at the end of Gregor's turn, Brock has to make a wisdom saving. Brock goes feral. And is now going to use its legendary actions. Instead of doing anything, just do melee attacks. And it's about to make 3 of them at Gregor. all with advantage. Ooh, first thing he did was crit him. Let's see.
Legendary beast at our level. Ouch.
Mostly because of who I had helping you out.
Understandable.
Let's see, 18 to 21. Reduce that. Actually, it's better to add it all together. So that's 35, 7, 47, 23. Ooh. Okay. Just you watch as he just takes chunks out of Gregor. One hand is like this big axe kind of style, and the other one is literally because of the caving of Gregor's like chest and breastbone. He's just been reaching in and is literally trying to pull out his intestines. Serenus, bearing in mind you
Yes.
still can't see him.
Right. Okay. It's gonna be interesting.
It will be very interesting.
Question.
Potential answer.
Can I throw an item as a bonus action? Just not like any special, just an item as a bonus action.
It depends on what that item is. Using an item, including throwing it, is usually an action, but it depends on the item. So what do you want to do?
Right. First of all, I need to move closer. It's 30? 35 now?
30 foot. You don't have any extra.
Yeah, it's just 30.
There you go. Move your keister, meester.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, something that I will say, Wittig, you know probably more than anyone. You've encountered Gregor before in combat. Gregor is usually able to withstand or shrug off a lot of blows, not resisting any damage that Grok's doing, which makes the difference.
Right.
Come on, Serenus,
Not
what you at?
much. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold the phone.
Holding my phone.
I am going to cast Enhanced Ability on myself,
Okay.
and I'm going to use Owl's Wisdom.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Owl's Wisdom, giving you advantage on wisdom checks. That is an action for you to do.
Yes. And I'm going to end my turn there, because there's not much I can do.
Okay. You cast Enhance ability. Posey!
Oh, thank God, it's finally my turn. Okay. Oh
Do
my
it.
God, I'm all the way back here.
Yes, you are. Because you said you
so many
took an
things
El-
on my screen.
Because you said you'd take an Eldritch Blast the moment you could, and that's all you did.
It's true. I did do that.
Yes, you
I did
did.
say these things. Oops. No, that's not what I want. Just let me fucking. Oh, sorry. I can't select my icon because in my screen Nemo's token's in the way for some reason. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna walk forward very slowly, taking deep breaths.
You got
I'm
this,
just
you got
gonna-
this.
I'm gonna, as I'm walking, I'm gonna pull out from the little side pouch this little gnarly looking black book and just just thumb through a couple pages and then look around at some of the spellcasters and go, your elemental stuff's not really gonna help. Hit it hard as you can and loud noise. Lots of sound.
Sound?
And then she puts it away, and I'm gonna draw my sword and my crossbow and transfer the enchantment.
Okay.
And I think, oh wait, yeah, if that was was that my action to?
I'm gonna say
impart
'cause
that? I
you
guess
were-
it's technically like
you-
a help
you-
action, right?
Just because you were doing so much with that,
Yeah, I'm okay with that being my action. I don't need to do anything. I can't do anything else with this range anyway.
Yeah. I'll let you blast.
Carry on. You let me Eldritch Blast? That's so nice of you.
I'll let you Eldritch blast. You
I
might
won't
miss
do
again.
much, but...
I'll let you Eldritch Blast as a treat.
That's, I'll just kind of be
Don't
like, no,
let
go
it
that way. Miss.
Actually, no, Carrick's gonna save his last inspiration, sorry.
Yeah, no.
He's
don't-
too far away, actually, he can't do
I've
it.
just given him some information that he might be able to work with. Don't waste his shit.
Yeah.
Quickly
Give the bard the ability to make things go boom.
transfer the enchantment and quickly put the book away.
Yeah.
And that'll be my turn.
Low, 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 low.
Low.
It's
What?
your turn.
Damn
Chest with the fur.
What? No, I just realized I don't have the correct smite.
You don't have Thunderous Smite.
God damn it!
I'm sorry, I brought bad news.
Well, you can determine that it doesn't like fire, so
Yeah.
I will say I don't think anyone has Thunderwave.
Oh no. There's two bards and a
Loud
druid in
noise.
this party.
Wait.
Noise doesn't necessarily mean thunder damage.
True.
I have.
Oh.
I have a weird idea.
Then tell me your weird idea.
Do it, this party's built on
Do it.
weird ideas.
Do it.
Yes.
Cool.
You got a Disney princess and a group. Go nuts.
Look, I said the joke to Curls earlier. No one puts Posy in a corner. I'm going
Me
to.
shoving Posy in a corner.
I'm going to move up to here. Which
You
should
move up
be
to
30
there.
foot of my movement.
Why, yes, it is. It's almost like that's all you can
And-
move.
Yeah.
God damn it, Alex.
No. Right. No.
Move yourself,
okay.
motherfucker.
And within 60 foot of me, which should be about here, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. And I'm going to make that as a. Right. I'm gonna leave it as a choice between everybody else. Either a bond,
It's your
a sort
choice.
of flame, or like a scream.
Did you just drop, honey?
People can hear me because I don't believe that they can.
You cut out at the end,
you.
but we sort of get what we say. Phantasmal Force makes like an illusion thing. So like you can make a creature or like a big plume of fire appear.
But you wouldn't be able to say make audio.
Yes. I also have this spell which is high now. The phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli evident to the creature. It just appears real, basically, in every
It
way.
can make sound.
Yeah. It produces psychic damage, but the person who is taking said damage interprets it as anything that seems likely. So if you manifest a big gout of flame, it will take psychic damage, but it will think it's taking fire damage.
Okay, so where are you casting it at, and how close does something have to be affected by it?
Oh, it's a 60-foot range.
It's 60-foot range, and who does it affect then within 60 foot?
It's a person you can see in 60 foot.
And he's too far away to be affected then. So you cannot affect him because he's too far away.
I think. True.
Yeah, no, let's see. His ranges, any creature you can see within. He's too far away, hun. Sorry.
Yeah. Is Stacy here?
I think she's having connection issues. Her
Too
picture is
Yeah.
frozen.
far away.
I can't see a picture anyway.
And use
Oopsie.
webcam it eat your interwebs. That woman is getting a fucking hard line the moment I get in their Ethernet cable, and I don't give a fuck.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
God.
there
Okay.
goes the drop. Oh, cool.
Better.
Now there's a giant zero.
For
me,
me,
it's
it's giant
okay.
K.
Yeah.
No,
Most
mine's a 0.
You hear chaos when we decided that picture is actually a live feed just of my eye.
Which one?
Hello, am I back?
Exactly.
Hello.
Oh, Curls.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Ow.
No, that's not the that's just Eldritch.
Exactly. He's got 1,000 eyes. That's just common knowledge.
Honey, he's too far away to be affected by phantasmal. So it won't work. So you must make another decision.
Okay, it was worth a shot.
Just next time get out the measuring tape and do the looks and see that, oh look, he is nearly double the range. He's okay. I pat your head.
Come on, I did try.
A for effort. Pat, 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 pat.
Okay, then. In that case, I am going to.
Kika, you're up next after this. Valid response.
I believe that Kayak is in range of my inspiration as well as Runara.
Yes, Runara. Wittig and Gregor are the only people out of your range.
Right. So I'm gonna not divine inspiration. What the fuck? Inspire.
Divine inspiration.
There's nothing divine about this.
I'm gonna throw an.
Yes, there is. Gregor's an Azamir.
I'm gonna throw a bardic inspiration towards Runara, which will be my bonus
Oh, thanks.
action.
Dang.
I hate it.
An
I love it.
avocado.
Thanks. I love that fucking video.
I now need to make a furball who is a bard that gives inspiration by giving people avocados.
Thanks.
And what can I do as a decent action?
I don't know.
Sorry guys, learning how to bard.
No, it's cool. Take your time.
Learning how to bard again.
When will I learn to bard again?
We were gonna go for 2 different songs.
Only because the description does say it.
Let's just-
Okay, I'm gonna
Go,
dodge
go,
then.
go, go. You want to take a dodge action? Fine.
Mhm.
You take the dodge action. It is not the turn of the action. At the end of your turn, Grok is going to. Let's see. He is going to move without taking opportunity attacks. Do. And he's going to get to move his full movement speed to there. And hey, Posey, you don't have to worry about this, but everyone else,
Oh, lovely.
you two and Serenus make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, I love doing that. You know how much I fucking love those.
Yeah, I know you do.
So, do I cast that at advantage?
No.
That's enhanced ability. I
It's a
did
check.
owl.
Not save.
Checks, not saves.
Damn.
That's the difference.
That's 2 different things.
Is this at disadvantage?
This is
Just straight.
roll. He's fine.
Hey.
And Lo, Lo's like, I've seen weird shit.
The X. Okay.
Wow. Okay, so now he's going to get a taste of everyone. And the same thing again. You just watch as these pseudopods apparate out. But who can he hit? Can he actually hit everyone? Oh shit, he can hit everyone from Posey to. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
But he still can't heal.
Can't heal, no. but he gets to do this and hurt a little bit more. So we'll just roll this for the shits and giggles. Everyone takes 9 points of necrotic damage.
Question.
You say everyone.
Yes, except you.
Question.
Tasted so many beautiful people before. So many wonderful flavors. What a lovely day. What a lovely day.
Oh dear.
That
I don't
creepy
like you,
man.
Dad.
Oh, I hate it.
That creepy.
What is happening?
I did voice.
Question, Han.
Yes.
Do I still have my reaction?
Yes.
Hellish rebuke the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to check that, but
But the only thing I was going to ask was what spell slot that comes out of.
It's not a spell slot, it's a just per short rest thing, I believe.
It's just.
Well, no, it is a spell.
it's just a spell.
It's a second level
It's-
spell, but it doesn't use the spell slot.
Ah,
So you
let's
can
see.
cast it for free
Played a
racially.
tiefling for 5 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say. She knows.
Who never
Oh, yeah,
fucking
oh, yeah,
used
tiefling.
it.
I
Yeah.
did use it pretty regularly.
Once.
Thank you.
The only spell she did use.
Okay, so
I didn't use the other two, but I used that one.
Woo! He feared it. So that is 22, but he succeeds, so it's half. But he's vulnerable to it, so that's 22.
Hey, that's more like it.
That could have been very bad.
That's new.
Kika, your turn.
I don't like that you did voice.
I mean, to be fair, he
You
had
guys taught him how to do that.
he had to be fair, he had like a 3-month gap, so he had plenty of time to do
Oh
it.
no! He had this long ago.
I know, it's
Yeah, he had this like after the session that we had just before this,
true.
pretty much.
No, he had it
Right.
before
Am
that.
am I frightened now, or can I see him
Yes,
now? What happened?
you are
I'm
frightened,
now.
and you can
You can
are
see him, but
frightened
you're
and you
frightened.
can see him.
Okay, that's the important bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you're not the only. Because we're not the only one who has this spell. I will cast Phantasmal Force.
And you are within 60 feet, so it does affect him.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's an intelligence saving throw. Uh-oh. Fuck.
Intelligence.
No one has the brain cell.
There is no brain cells on the map.
Oh, shit. This is coming from a parasitic creature who gains its intelligence from he devours. So, not the smartest boy. That was a 10.
Yeah, no, that's a failure.
It's a failure.
It's a
Oh,
failure.
no.
So
Oh,
yeah.
bother.
So while the target is affected, the spell target treats the phantasm as if it were real. The target rationalizes any logical outcome from interacting with the phantasm. So, for example, attempting to walk across the bridge that spans a chasm, it just logically assumes it can walk across it, and if it falls off, it assumes that it fell off of its own accord and that the bridge is still real. So yeah, I'm gonna make. I'll just do a little switcheroo so that it looks like it was the illusion that I did before has basically just stepped forward and attacked him. And he thinks that there's another person there, and if he tries to attack them, then he'll just assume that he can attack them.
Okay, so you watch as the illusionary Gregor just pulls the great sword out from its back. This massive blade, the same one that the real Gregor has, which is nearly the full size of them, and lifts it, and it comes out and just cuts across his back. And you just see it begins igniting with flame as he spins it. And it's this massive executioner's blade, the kind with the blunt, heavy end at the top. Perfect for a downward chop, and it just spins, moves forward, and hacks down. And just cuts into him. Now, he would perceive this as being...
Perceives it as fire, but it
But
is
it
psychic
is
damage.
Yes, it is psychic damage, but he does not take fire. Fun.
Yep.
He's like, oh shit, that's fire! That's bad!
Yes, but he thinks it is.
Yes.
Fire,
Yeah. I like how one side of it is with it.
And Kika is just gonna nope.
Smart.
As a bonus action,
As it bonus action,
Vow of enmity.
so you
Yes!
get advantage on your attacks against him.
Yes, which makes it a normal roll for right now until I get rid of fear.
You also can't move towards him.
And I can't move towards him. But I'm a sorcerer.
Oh no!
The hand
You said that so
Son of a-
beautifully.
to pop open, and a fireball comes out. Like she just like I've put a vow on you. Boop, poof.
Oh,
Wait, what the fuck?
contraire, good sir.
By the nuts and bolts blessed by me by the divine.
Tell you about
You said it so beautifully, but I'm a sorcerer!
sorcerer.
That's a
That's
hit.
the correct way to announce to anyone that you're a sorcerer.
Alright,
That is a hit.
14.
Oh,
14 points of damage. Why? He does not like you now.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All
And
I
now
got stuck in my
it's
head
the
now.
end of my turn.
All I got stuck in
Make
my
a wisdom
head
saving
now
throw.
is sorcerer's
Fail.
print. Never mind.
Oh, the original illusion is gone, by the way.
This mugger?
Yeah, but the new
We'll
one,
just move
but the
him
new
over.
one has
We'll-
replaced it. So
He's over here with a flaming sword. Woo!
It's almost like he vanished and then reappeared.
Hang on, Narrow One. I've got you covered, lad. Bah. Bah. Bah.
I am a sorcerer.
Die.
I do sorcery things.
It's literally a case of like Wittick's hand just kind of falls over, just like falls down and just
Yeah.
like, wait, what the fuck?
Dunk. Everyone knows that one. That's the best way to do it when you've got detachable wrists.
Yeah,
Dang.
right.
Speaking of someone with a detachable wrist,
I try, I miss.
you try, you lose. That's all you do.
That's all I do.
Swing and then I miss.
And then I missed.
And I missed.
And I fired. And I
This
fired.
went on
And
for
I had a
6
Powers.
Okay, so Kayer is going to use Vicious Mockery.
It can now heal, by the way.
I am aware.
Shit.
Vicious Mockery. Fuck. I don't even think I should roll this, but I have to anyway. Oh my god, he actually failed it.
Hey!
Hey!
But he only takes 1 point of psychic damage. He
Oh.
rolled a 1.
Aww.
Ignore the random toot of fire that was at the top of the screen there. I misclicked.
Dude.
Every little bit helps.
And ooh. Speaking of fire, hi Renara.
Yo, shit, I should have thought what I was gonna do, shouldn't
Yeah, you probably should have.
She's fire. Yeah.
I'll cast a flaming sphere as my action.
Oh, hi, Hurry.
Let me draw it. Paint, draw it.
Just you see this little burning ball with big puffy ears go, "Hi
Boom. Flaming sphere.
right there.
Hold on.
Click on spell so I know what I have to roll.
Oh, it does that. It is a dex save.
Dex save. Hurrah. He is fine. He takes half damage,
Yes.
so he takes full damage. Son of a bitch.
And then add my bonus action. I can move it, right?
Yes, up to 5 feet. But you can
Oh,
also ram him.
If it ends its turn within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, but you can ram with the sphere as
hold on,
well.
wait, if I
I'd say that you would be able to move it to bash into him.
yeah, I have to use my yeah. So that damage was from when I pulled it back and rammed it into him because,
Okay.
and then if he
It doesn't immediately do it. And now
no,
it's
if it
the,
ends its turn there.
if he ends his turn there. Okay.
I'm also gonna move.
Are you?
1, 2, 3, 4, to there.
Okay. You've made a choice.
I have made a choice.
Mhm.
Bring it.
Okay, so where the fuck is he there? So, at the start of his turn, he's going to hope bleeding. So he only heals for half of this, but he does get a heal because he's been fired. And he is going
You're fired.
going to make a axe attack against you. By the way, Renara, so you're going to take this. A natural 1.
Yes, it is.
So instead, he's going to bite you.
Cool.
And that's an
Would
18.
he not try
I'll
attacking
use
the-
my reaction to do my warding flare.
To cause it to be disadvantage?
Disadvantage. Yeah.
That was still the lower of the 2 rolls. Okay, he doesn't have advantage against you, but what he does...
Did you roll twice anyway?
Yeah, they always roll twice. So the lower was the 18, so he does take... So you take 10 points of piercing and 12 points of necrotic, to 22 total.
Okay.
And he is going to heal that necrotic.
You say 12 necrotic.
12 necrotic, yes. That's just straight. That's what you...
Remember the
Yeah, that's
watch
before.
it. Yeah.
Let's see. He does that, and then he's going to... Oh. I actually know exactly what he's going to do. You actually just sinks into your shoulder.
You cut out
You
there.
cut out at the end there.
What else I need to...
So he just mumbles that to you, and he's going to make one final blade attack against you.
Reminder that he does genuinely believe that there is another person there.
Yes, I'm aware,
Okay.
but he's also aware of the fact that this person decided to drop fire on him.
That's
Flaming
fair.
sphere is gone.
Okay. And he's going to make his axe attack, and oof, he hits you with that one. So that's 10 slashing and then 2 necrotic. And he gets a heal from that necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to pull back from... Let's see, he's going to pull back from the illusion, and he's going to make his way here to his toy. So he does the full loop around check.
Mm-hmm.
The illusion can't make attacks of opportunity,
I don't believe so.
so unfortunately that do not do. So that's his turn. Gotten into you, he's done some damage, he's done some healing.
I can use
Nice.
the inspiration for saving throws, can't I?
I believe...
Yes, I think you can.
Yes.
I believe so, yes. I don't know if that's solely for lore or...
I think you can.
I think that's just generic bard.
Just checking the text actually. That's why I put it in the chat.
Yeah, you can use it for saving throws, it's all good.
D6, yeah? Right.
Yeah.
Flaming sphere is still there.
You still have semblance here. Good to know. Good to
I helped.
Where was it? No,
Okay, wrong character.
Just.
Okay, never mind.
It was.
Actually, you rolled exactly what you needed because you took 22 points of damage, so...
No, I didn't.
You did. You took your damage. Now it's going to be Gregor's turn.
It was there.
Okay. Let's see. Gregor falls down onto his knees, and you just watch as his torso just begins to, like, the flesh begins to undulate on it. Just begins regenerating. He's going to spend a turn tapped out because he's fucked. And he's going to try to heal for a turn. That's his turn. He's doing fuck all else. And, let's see. Yeah, so at the end of Gregor's, then to do, let's see, will he do one? No, he's done that. Start the, yeah, okay. No, he won't be able to do anything else. That's his turn. Serenus. Serenus.
Right.
Serenus. What are you doing? What
So-
are you doing?
First of all, I'm going to move forward.
Okay, so you get up to here.
Not that close. Not that close.
Whoa! Let's not get too hasty.
Right there. There we
With
go.
a very, very hot fire to your right, bear in mind that if you stay near, you will be hurt by.
So over here,
There you go.
right,
There you go. The
God
good.
fucking
that-
damn it!
That's a
Okay.
good druid.
and I shall cast Thunderwave.
Yay!
To anything within 10 feet of you.
At first level, no, it's 15.
Runara, make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
you're within
Well,
range of it.
What is it? Is it for half damage or is it for?
To be hit by Thunderwave.
Is it for half damage or is it for no damage?
Each creature in a
half
50
damage.
foot cube or 8 feet from you, Constitution saving, on a failed save, a creature takes 2d4, 2d8 thunder damage, and he's pushed
Then
10
it
feet.
doesn't matter.
Well, you do push her
On
10
a
foot.
successful save, the creature takes half
Ollie,
as much
you
damage.
knocked out Runara and blasted her back.
No, I made the save, so I didn't get blasted back.
Okay,
take
so your
half
body's still there, but you're knocked out. Now it's going to be Grok. So, con save, he doesn't have advantage, right? He actually fails. Ooh, he did not like that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, no, he did not. Okay, fuck, he looks a bit rough.
And then, at the end of that turn, as I said, like after you cast it, a giant thunderous boom originates from me from 300 feet, so everyone hears it, including the creature.
I'm aware. That's why he's vulnerable to the damage.
Yeah.
Posey,
That last turn changed my whole plan. Hang on. Hang on one
the
second.
monster is looking rough.
I'm aware. Just give me 1 second, please.
Ollie continuing his trend of party damage. The campaign will end and he will have hit everyone.
Okay, don't make me laugh right now. I'm too stressed. Oh, thank God. God bless. Okay. I just need to check because the last time I used this,
got
I
some warlock
used
shit?
it wrong. Yes. Hang on. The last time I used this like very wrong. So hang on. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, my notes are over to my right, which is why I'm like looking this way.
Skididdle skedaddle, your cleric is down.
Yep, changed everything.
Breathe, Curls, breathe.
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to read very quickly.
Skittle
Okay.
Skidat, your player is redacted.
Don't worry about that in a moment. I'm gonna take a few steps forward. Is this an action or a bonus action? I don't know. I didn't check the most important thing. I swear I can play this game. Okay, cool. I am going to. Posey's gonna see Runara go down, freak out a little bit, and go, "Oh, okay, that's not good. That's not good. That's good." And she kind of pulls this kind of moonlight energy, which kind of goes a kind of dark red color, and she kind of shoots out, and she's going to heal Runara.
Okay. Like she just releases
I do
out this
have-
energy.
I do have it programmed in. Don't
It's like a
I?
faint,
No, I don't.
like
Cool.
it's like a faint glow over Renara, like almost like from a light source that doesn't belong, just dashing down atop her.
Or going to according to plan. See, knew it's gonna happen. It's fine.
9
All
HP.
planned. All
9
planned.
HPK.
Thanks.
Is
Oh,
that
wait.
your action or your bonus action?
1 second. I was meant to do that differently. It's only 3. Sorry, it's only 3. I
Oh,
can't count.
that's less thanks, but still thanks.
You're awake. That's all that matters.
You're not at 0.
Da-da-da. And then I'll deal with that in a moment. And that's my bonus action.
Yes,
Jesus, this is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm checking. Da, da.
Children, behave in the channel before I start smacking.
Sorry.
This creature will now have 6 legendary actions. Ollie.
God, the wording of this is not good. I'm going to assume that was my action because it doesn't say that it was a bonus action.
I'll say.
Most things default to.
Oh, it's a bonus action. It's a bonus action. Right.
Has there?
Ah,
There we go. And then I guess. Guess I'll chill touch. What's the range on chill touch? Guess I'll chill touch.
Cast out Chill Touch.
It's okay, I'm not panicking. 21!
That is a hit.
7. I just don't want it to heal. I want to heal Runara, but I don't want it to heal.
It's still alive.
But
Now now it can't heal.
Good.
Good.
But that
thought you were
check
gonna
was
say
to make
something
sure
else.
it was still alive.
Ooh.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say something else. That's okay. Cool. I think that's my turn.
You just watch as like that hand reaches out and grips onto him and just like pinches onto like his side at one of the ribs and just holds it where very necessary healing is trying to happen. And essentially, as it's trying to close, it's like the hand is just forced open the wound, and it's as it's like almost trying to collapse down. Like it's almost like for the people nearby who are closest, which I'll say is Serenet and probably Wittick. And poor Runara, you get a lovely sight as you watch as a skeleton almost falls out of the ooze of this creature before it gets sucked back in. So
That's-
Okay,
Okay, I
that's the
can't
best thing.
fucking count. You would have healed 7.
Okay.
I'm an English student, damn it!
Not a math student! That's my job! So, Lo,
First
get
off,
you in.
I'm gonna cast a hex on him.
Okay.
And then, that's my bonus action. Then, as my main action, more cowbell.
God damn you.
Kill
Do
it,
it. Do it.
What's your saving throw?
14.
Fuck.
Oh!
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Still in it! He does not like dying!
Mother trucker.
Yeah, but he gets an additional 1d6 from the hex.
It all counts as the same attack hitting him. So no matter what you
It
did,
would have put it below 0 anyway.
it would have put it below 0, but the check makes him up. But that DC's gotten higher for him again. Kika! Actually, no. He's gonna do legendary action.
Fuck!
Kika! No, wait, actually, legend. Yeah, no.
Actually, I've decided you'll die instead.
Actually, on second thought, no.
Can we just picture the sound? Can we just picture Kika sat in this tree, clapping her hands together, and then just shouting, "Fuck!"
It's gonna swing down at Renara, and it's gonna actually no, it's gonna fucking aim at you, Mister. Gotten his attention.
Nice.
Do those hit? I'm asking you, Serenus.
Yeah, I'm just having yeah, I think both of them hit by the looks of it, yeah.
13 hits.
What's your AC?
He's a druid.
AC's 11.
What? Have you got no armor or dex or?
Apparently not.
No.
Oh boy.
You take a total of 28 and 7, 35 points of damage.
How much?
35 total.
Right, I'm on the floor.
Oh my
You're gonna
god.
knock the fuck out!
Oh my god.
I just. At least I got
It's
the
cool.
cleric back.
Yeah, you got the cleric
That's
here.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
sorry.
cleric's job now.
Back!
Ah,
Bird!
cool. Right, well, because he's there, first he takes damage from the Phantasmal Force because that is still in effect.
Does he have to make an intelligence check at the end of his turn, or does
Nope,
Take
he has to actively take an action to try and see through it.
which he's not going to do because he's gone feral?
So he still perfectly believes it's there and still takes a d6, so that's one bit from there, and that just happens.
That's a barely.
Cool, well he can barely try again because then on Kika's actions, she's going to shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Breeze.
Please for the
Did
love
you
of...
mean Eldritch?
Please for the love of God, hit. No. nah.
Aw.
Kika don't
Thank
get to
God.
hit things. That's my turn
That is
then.
not your purpose in this group.
The long-range paladin.
The Phantasmal
nice.
Force, the
Hunter's
Phantasmal
Mark.
Force works.
100.
Unless I'm mistaken, his DC is now 20.
It is now 20.
So,
God,
Hunter's Mark.
basically all I had to do was fucking hit.
Actually, no. I'm not gonna do Hunter's Mark because
No, just fucking hit it.
yeah, I just gotta hit it. Fucking fireball.
Launch.
Fuck.
Seriously.
Hey, I said I'm a sorcerer. I didn't say I was a good
It's on
one.
the cusp of death, and now we can't fucking hit it.
You've had to make him roll 3 checks.
Anyway.
Okay. Fuck, that actually
No,
hits.
never mind fear. Cool.
How do you want to do this, King?
Hey.
Hitting the invisible
Hell yeah.
monster.
I like to imagine that King just has just been standing there with her arm out, just clenching it on occasion, and
Doing the
this
old
particular
Roman where
time,
Roman was just in the corner. Pew, 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 pew.
for this particular time, the skeletal hand just sort of gently grabs it by the throat, and the rest of the body falls away. The skeleton's still there for a bit before it crumbles.
What happens, my boy?
Stop it.
It's how at a skeleton.
No. I was making a crumble.
He was making a meme. He was making a meme.
I will catch you.
You watch as you just reach out into the actual ooze itself, and that form that has been holding this together. Just watch as the skeleton gets pulled out, white clean, as if it has been picked apart. And just pull it out with just a heavy slop as the ooze and mess of meat just slaps to the ground. Just skeleton holds up into the air. You just watch it just begins dusting away.
Who's got a jar?
Jar of dirt.
I got a frog in a jar.
Hey.
Hey.
In
Let's see.
character.
That is King. That's your turn. Kaerk is going to be a good boy. He's going to fly down here. He's going to grab Runara. And he's going to fly her over here.
Oh god, I can't talk because it's not my turn.
He's a good boy.
Runara. Now, what will be fair, which you can get up on your turn, by the way, what will be fair is if you set Serenus on fire.
I mean, I'll stand up. That's half my movement. I can't stand up because there's a token on top of the thing that makes me stand up. I got it. I found him. I mean, I can heal myself, or I can heal.
Oh, Serenus, you made a grudge with K, which is he's your cleric.
I'm gonna do a second level cure wounds on myself.
Fair, but you don't get to do a spellcasting bonus action then.
No,
Why is it?
it's fine by me.
I'm just
hope
laying on
so.
the ground right now. Just
I'm just laying here.
I'm just vibing.
I think about what you did.
really good. I'm good. I'll be fine. Chill.
And then, assuming everything's dead, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15.
I thought you said I'm gonna go.
What's your passive perception?
My passive,
Mm-hmm.
14.
Okay. You watch as that ooze hits the ground. It begins slowly trying to move on. Yes.
Please, I know what you
Oh,
said, but
you-
please say
you
it
stopped
again
for a
because you
second.
cut out. Even though I know what you
So it's
said.
to move.
The ooze is attempting to move on top of.
On top of Ollie's character, cool.
I saw
Yeah.
your mouth move and say Serenus.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. So.
We didn't
It's
hear you say
fine.
Serenus, but we
Which
inferred
it was
it.
my turn right now.
It's fine, guys. It's fine.
That is my turn. Yes.
My boy, it is
Wait.
not fine.
No, it's not.
Serenus. Roll a d20.
We have no idea if this is good or bad, depending on how.
Roll a d4. You watch as the ooze encompasses over Serenus, and you have 3 turns to get it off him before he's brain dead.
Oh,
Oh. Back to the cart, guys. Time to move on to.
I'm just vibing.
He'll die.
I'm just vibing.
Okay. That's all he can do while he tries to do that. Meanwhile, this big bastard is going to just move over to here. And he's going to quite literally rip it off you. So it's going to be contested athletic.
Ouch.
Gregor with a 27.
Also, I just gotta ask, where the fuck has Posey been going where she has met a fucking symbiote and knows what to do?
Don't ask me questions.
We will. We're coming to
tell
you,
you
little
what.
lady.
You guys watch as Gregor reaches down and just begins grabbing the massive ooze that's just been, like, it's not fully spread over him yet, but it's beginning and it was trying to get into the mouth. And you just watch, he just like pulls it up and it's like a adhesive ooze that's trying to, like, at points connect, and you just hear the snaps, almost like, you know, if you ever hear like a glue or something that's been like together, just hear that kind of sound. It's just been
Ew!
pulling it off of. He just has it up in his hands currently, and you just watch as he just ignites one of his claws and just jams it in it, and the little thing is screaming in his claw.
I'm just gonna close my eyes, just not look what's happening above.
You're
me right now.
unconscious.
You're
You don't get a
unconscious.
choice.
Oh, it's fine then. It's fine then.
As in, this guy was 2 turns away from killing you.
So you watch as Gregor just puts the finger and just slides it into the ooze and is just burning it with the nail on fire. Does anyone do anything to stop him or anything else?
Do we have a jar?
I mean, are we in our initiative still?
You're still in initiative, but there's a lot that's gonna happen. Like, it's basically all of you, then them again.
I mean, I don't technically have a jar, but I could make one temporarily, which is better than not having one.
That will do.
Oh,
I
you
have,
got
a, I,
one.
have a weird idea.
I'm gonna say real quick, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. You guys have 6 seconds in game. So I'm gonna say that you guys, you have like until that clock gets up to 45. You have that time. Go.
Kika can fly 50 feet and use prestidigitation as a cantrip to make a jar that is as big as her hand, because prestidigitation to do that, and then she can just stunk. But that's all she could do. That's the only option I have, because I don't have a jar.
It might need to be a bigger jar.
I'm going to keep running my chill touch through the ooze.
That's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna perform chill touch again. That's fine.
Where do we get a glass can... Panic.
Does Serenus have a glass bottle on him if he's an alcoholic?
The
He
wine
does.
bottles! The wine bottles on the cart!
Yes!
I fly over to the cart and I steal one of the bottles.
Okay. I think
I mean,
the only
it feels
bottles
like
that will be
cake,
left.
right?
I think the only bottles that will be left there will be the ones that are full.
That's
What?
fine.
I don't
We'll
even.
get a drop.
I don't even care. I just grab a bottle, uncork it, and fly over, like tipping it out as I'm flying.
Okay, you watch as like a 200-year-old wine is just poured out right now.
Yes.
I'll walk over to
Curl.
Serenus, lay my hand on him, and he
I
heals.
forgot, yeah,
he heals
Serenus
4
is an
hit points.
alcoholic.
I'll let Kay do his thing.
Serenus, you get 4 hit points.
Hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
if you didn't have a container big enough, could you divide it?
Make an intelligence.
What the fuck?
Make an intelligence check.
Good. The one without the brain cell.
Kika, how are you bringing the bottle over when you're scared?
I mean, the problem comes with this that
You
well,
feel
it's more or less dead, so the fears are gone.
Okay,
Okay.
just checking.
But
Is
the
this-
only
is this
problem with
simply in-
the problem with separating it is you have the potential of 2.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I mean, when you sort of like, I mean, how big is this goop that we need?
It's you need something that is 2 foot by 2 foot.
2 foot by 2 foot glass container.
And
There's more to it than that.
Okay, how does that transfer into, like, since we're using a bottle? How does 2 foot
I'd say
transfer into?
I'd say I'm gonna say that if you have, considering how much damage it's taken and the fact that it's constantly being like made diminutive by Gregor's and the tilt touch and all this kind of things, I'd say that if you're condensing it with that, it would fit in the 2-liter bottle.
Yeah, I was gonna also make a case based on this, but that works too. Okay. I need to go back into my character voice because.
Chill Touch
we
is
need
just
to get
needing it like
this-
that.
It can. It's still taking psychic damage as well because that's just constantly going.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna do healing word on Gregor.
Bearing in mind that Gregor essentially, like, you know,
Yeah, but I like
Bulky
Gregor
fella.
more than
let's see.
Gregor will get 6 hit points.
Let's say Gregor, usually his body looks like this, right? Here's your comparison. That's what it's done to his torso.
Oh Jesus!
Gregor will get 6 hit points.
Thank you.
I will walk over and give him a nice lay on hands
Everyone heals the dog.
for a full 10.
So,
Kika,
But no,
give that to Runara. Runara, can you keep it hot?
Have you tipped the alcohol out yet?
Yes.
It's currently containing the thing.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, not consistently.
I mean,
Vaguely.
Has anybody got a candle?
With that, I was gonna say that doesn't break the glass.
I'll break it
Again,
if I keep.
I
it
have
hot.
a fucking thing in my chest that literally is a fire.
No, I mean legitimately. Does anybody have a wax candle?
Oh yeah, I have wax
Probably.
candles.
Okay, well I will.
I mean, I
ju-
probably
just.
do.
I have a torch.
That's not what I need. That's not what I need it for. I will quickly light the end of the candle and start to melt the wax over the cork to start sealing
Stick
the
a
bottle.
candle in my chest real quick. Yeah, let me get. There we go.
Just got a fucking
So I
Zippo light.
just tip, this,
Yeah, basically.
tip the melting candle wax to try and seal the end of the bottle.
okay.
Maybe encase the bottle.
I tried
So-
to get up.
Everyone is just around you right now. I think done you, so no.
just a casual hand. No.
My
smell
eyes.
it.
I'm panicking.
So-
Use precipitation. You can heat up the bottle with that. You can heat up some different material.
Yeah.
That's just like, good job.
Yeah, you can.
Figured out the plan.
You have the tools.
We have the technology.
I have a
I don't have
candelay. Oh, I need to edit that so it's not a wall of text. But yeah,
Hang
You
on.
can-
Hang
yeah.
on. Hang
you
on.
can light
Also-
light a candle and you can chill and warm or flavour.
I'm sorry, but I just realised. Book for two of us. Bell. Toll of the Dead. Candle. Witchcraft.
Hey.
We've done it. We're a company
Yeah,
now.
so prestidigitation
all.
can light the candle to seal it and also just to keep the bottle warm.
So as you guys keep that bottle hot, you watch as Gregor warps back to his. I'm going to drop out of initiative. You watch as Gregor warps back to his humanoid form. So we're going to just leave normal Greg there now, and I'm going to take you off the map because you are now gone. You guys watch as you can just like almost hear, like there's not enough space in there for air for it to scream, but you can just feel it vibrating. And as it's happening, you just see Gregor, his eyes just go black, like almost like, think Henry Cavill with the first potion, the first fight you see him in, The Witcher, big, thick, deep black that drenches down the sides. And you just watch as he just pulls out this large knife. These very specifically looking like crafted, it's weird, it's almost like a three-pointed dagger. Like almost like, you know, the spiral kind of sign to it. And it's got these purple, like, glowing runes in it. And he just holds it to the bottle's top and just begins pushing the blade through the cork in. And after a moment or two, you just watch as that red material begins turning black and black and black. Until he pops it off and smashes it on the ground. Before
Mazel tov.
looking at you all and then falling backwards.
Oh boy.
He was very pale and there's clearly a lot of blood loss. Yowdy.
Can relate. I'm gonna put the book away.
Geeker is, for lack of a better word, flapping, just...
Karik is going to try to attend to you.
Loyalty is going to try and attend to Posey, but if Posey is being
I'm okay.
little Miss Independent, okay.
Can I attempt to sit up?
Okay.
You may now attempt to sit up.
You can attempt to, but Runara puts her foot on your chest.
I, the paladin, am going to
look.
go ahead and grab Gregor and take him to the cart and not pay attention to anything going on
You
behind
are
me.
the only person who could probably lift Gregor, and it's a drag. But you can definitely do it.
Just come on, Gregor. Let's get you a
It's
nice
like-
napping
It's
spot.
this kind of thing of like, have you ever seen like where a wrestler is held up by the arms underneath before being like over the back, where back is to back? You just have him like this, where his back of his head is against yours, and you're just dragging him like this.
King in a typical fashion just says, well, that was disconcerting. And we'll go back to the cart and
She is slightly perturbed by this.
I am slightly perturbed. She she goes back to the cart and sees to her people, make sure the sisters are okay.
They look terrified, but aside from a raised blood pressure, they're fine.
As Runara Potts stands on his chest, she bends down close. Only Serenus will see this, but her eyes burn bright white as she says to you, "You need to be more careful in future."
Okay.
She then steps off, helps him up, and casts Cure
You're
Wounds.
not sure if it's blood or if it's piss, but there's something in your legs.
He'll then reach out. She'll reach out a hand and help him up, and we'll cast Cure Wounds on him at the first level with 10 healing.
Lords, heal this dumbass.
Then we'll
Okay. And then after that, I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out the health potion we got before we left the in quotations health potion we left when we left.
the glitter bomb person.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I try that? I can't. You knew what it did. I didn't.
I know what it does. The whole purpose is you drink it and find out. But
Drink it.
combat's
because
currently... Well, if you want to drink it right now, are you going to do it?
It sounds like the DM is advising you that maybe you shouldn't.
I've got the table right here.
I don't like that.
Gotta do it.
No,
Gotta
because I can see what table that is, bitch. I'm very familiar with
I'm a
that.
drink.
You can just tell the warlock's over here and knows.
I know what that page is.
I'm a drink it. I've done worse stuff.
Oh,
stuff.
God alive.
Roll 2d4 plus 2 and then roll a d100. The 2d4 plus 2 is for the healing, and then the d100 is to see what happens to you.
I swear to God, if you
2d4 plus what?
2d4 plus 2.
I swear to God, if you spontaneously combust.
I'm not putting him out.
In
We
fairness,
would have ended
there's...
at that point.
In fairness, Runara and Posey are far away. I think they get... Actually, no. Literally nobody would get hit except for Serenus. Serenus, you're out by yourself. Roll a d100.
Just what?
buddy.
Just a d100.
Yeah, just a d100.
Oh, that's high.
That's a fine one. That one's okay.
Okay. You watch as you drink a potion, and suddenly everyone gets smaller. For the next minute, your size category bigger.
Hell yeah.
You've kind of become Gregor size. Congratulations. You're about the size of...
Is Gregor still being carried?
Gregor's still being carried, but I mean werewolf Gregor. When he essentially hulks out.
Yeah,
You're about
I
that
was
size
just gonna
right
pick
now.
him up. I was gonna pick him up and just realize take him.
Ah, Wittick's got it covered. You got a stern telling to while Wittick was just like, okay, put him in the cart.
Lo is just looking at his hands, then up at Serenus, then down to his hands again, then starts touching his face, then his ears, going, okay, then goes to the cart, completely bemused.
Big.
And then, while in the cart, I'm going to check on Gregor, make sure there's, medicine-wise, alright.
Make a medicine check then.
19!
Nice. His pulse stopped about 2 minutes ago.
We're level 4. We're not trained for this.
You watch as you just slam down into the chest, and the second time you do, there's just a gout of blood. Don't do that again.
You good?
I have to slow my heart rate.
Oh, I didn't realize you were a Witcher.
Blood Hunter looks at you.
Hey, Ali Zero met the Watcher.
Yeah.
His name was Gerald? I can't quite place it.
God, throwback of the century.
His name was Gerald. Thank you.
Okay, oh guys, we got loyalty of the
Barreled?
chat.
Barreled.
Battle of the Watcher?
I can just make the ooze come back.
Nah, we're good.
But yeah, if this happens, well, at the cart, which I think it did,
Yes.
King will just be like, I have a similar heart rate.
Yeah, but you're, like, when it comes to anatomy, you are literally the fucking opposite. I am big, you are literally couldn't be smaller.
Suppose I'll take that as a compliment.
I'm going to lie my head back. If anybody hits me, I'm going to eat.
Usually a good policy.
So while all that's going on, I would
And
like
Gregor takes
to
up a good 2/3 of the cart, by the way, just lying down.
note it. Can I investigate the area and see if I can find anything?
Sure, with your giant eyes. Wow.
Pumat soul.
Pumat swole.
Hey.
I guess just a normal investigation or
Yes.
perception.
Let's see. I actually have to check something, because is fucking enhanced ability concentration or not? It actually wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
You drop it. Conscious is gone. Yeah,
Uh,
it's definitely gone, so it's just a straight roll.
So it's a straight roll.
Straight perception check.
also, yeah, it is a con.
You got so much blood loss. You're just like, body's here. Whoa.
That's a lot of red.
There's a lot of mess under me. And you can begin to see people approaching from the town of Port Last, making their way up. And as they come, you can see there's about 3 of them, 1 on horseback and 2 to the side of them, spear and shield. We will take a break and we will resume when they...
Yeah.
We shall be right back in about.
I'm gonna put my jelly in the fridge, bitches!
See you soon, guys. Maybe about 5-10 minutes, maybe.
What is a jelly in? Is it like a tasty soluble?
Hello.
Crosses.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm
We
We
hating.
survived!
Yeah, we
Don't
did.
We're alive, but we're dead.
We
you're
survived,
fine.
but we're dead.
I'll say after the minute of you just stumbling about here, by the way.
Yeah, I thought so.
You guys move the carts up.
Yeah, I figured, like, since I'm already at the car, I was like, alright, come on then. And just kind of slowly get him going again. Moving it.
Yeah, as these people are coming, I'm going to shift back into my more naturey form than my skeletal form.
Thank you.
Your dash is like, please, I don't want to deal with that today. Thank
I don't
you.
want to have to shoot you again. Hang on, where's Gregor? Put him in the car.
There we go.
Big chungus.
Pat, pat, pat.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, I'm dignified. You see an older man with this big handlebar mustache and a goatee that goes down maybe just below his second or third chin. With his breastplate that just rings out over like most of himself. He has a sword, his rapier, onto the side of him, looking about to you as there's two guards behind him as well. What the devil happened here?
Excellent question. Let me try to relay to you the events that preceded this.
Well, hurry up, young lady.
Basically, to save some time, I basically go through. There was the creature, it was attacking Gregor, how it had regenerative power,
Pressing X to skip
And,
dialogue.
seemed to be vulnerable to
Oh, wait.
thunder, and creature is as of yet unidentified. And then it's like, and to finish my report, I should note that I am in a disguise to stop alarm.
Well, currently the only thing that's alarming is what I see about me. And he just like gestures to the many mangled bodies. Good heavens. All these people have to be identified.
I agree.
Well, you may as well come into port last for the time, because, well, I think it'd be best if you stayed, because we must examine the area. That's all. Clean it up.
Thank you for your kind invitation.
It is less of an invitation and more of a demand.
Well, we
Indeed.
did plan to pay a visit anyway, I believe, so...
Yeah, we did.
And if you are
I'm trying to remember where we are.
You're
you're
most
currently
likely
outside,
aware-
I will move you guys back
We're
to
like halfway up the
Yeah,
coast.
I think-
don't-
we
we're
was-
halfway up the coast.
I think we were literally going to stop here so that we could have like a safe place to sleep and some provisions.
Yeah, it was
And
stay,
I'll-
stop
and I'll
here.
You're
To have
currently
a
at
safe
port
place.
We're
last.
lost. Okay.
We're heading to Glasgow.
And I'll say to him, as you are most likely aware, we are at war, so it would be prudent to investigate all the comings and goings of people. I will submit myself to any checks.
Seems like
It's
you
literally, it's just
He's a fucking NPC from freaking Zelda.
high fiver.
Yeah,
It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be the voice like from Animal Crossing.
wow.
I think we triggered Carl's fight or flight response.
And he's been playing Animal Crossing for days straight, and I'm
I don't want to give you more bells.
So,
You've got enough. You got my life.
and he just messaged me. Did you summon her?
I imagine him more as being, I am a very model of a modern man.
God.
I know what you're going to do, yeah.
Well, my name is Lord Carl Tucker, and you are welcome into the fine established town of Port Last.
Thank you for your hospitality.
And he just turns around and And he does the obnoxious, like, up to the tips, like, and he rides.
I was gonna say, is his legs bouncing?
Yes, he is doing the leg bounce. He's doing the fat man. This poor fucking horse. This is a very fat
God.
man.
Oh no.
This is like a 300-pound man. This horse. Why? Why was I programmed to feel pain?
Kill me.
So,
I guess we get back on the car and head to the
Late,
water.
right?
it's about. It was closer to, I think, maybe 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd say, around that. So, with all of this and getting in, you enter the city of Port Lost. You can see that as you enter, it's a wide opened area where it goes down almost onto a slope, kind of, sorry, I hit the mic, bit of a slope on the actual ground as to like out towards the shore, like it comes up to this high point of the hill where the gates and walls are. As you go down into it, you can tell that there's a lot of buildings here that have been built at a lot of different times, so there's things that have been kept and kept very well for a long period, like old stone buildings, and there's some that have been woodened or torn apart or ruined. It's also very clear that there's several parts of the city that are in varying states of disrepair. From previous history checks, you guys are aware that Port Last has been vulnerable to pirate raids in the past. As such, they usually have to deal with it. Out in the harbor, there are multitudes of ships out there, but out the furthest away from most of this, maybe 100 or so feet from the actual shore, is a large frost giant longship. And when you enter into the city, there's a lot of people seem nervous because they're aware of some sort of action happening outside, and a lot of you guys, just from even being around this creature, are covered in gore. And there's a very distinct thing where all of you, like from like your half of your shin down, there's a bit of red from walking through the gore that was there. As well as
Prestidigitate.
you just get out that spray can, just bang, and the dirt is gone.
Shut up, Barry, you're not in this campaign.
Put some Windex on it.
God damn you all.
Wash it with Febreze.
Kill you all soonly, I will please. So, you make your way in, and you find that with outside, you can also see that there are. It seems like a lot of the docks have been built onto or around these old shipwrecks. Like ships have wrecked on this shore and have been turned into the docks itself. Like, because it's a very wide space, and you can like see them off in the distance, they're like 300 odd feet away from you. Because it's not a massive city; it's more like very close to the shore, but it's wide, so it goes up into this longer curve around it. And there's a lot of shops that are closing for the evening. There's a lot like of people who seem to have either boarded up their houses, presuming that something was going on, and it's just like, okay, hit the ground kind of thing, which is a tragically common occurrence in Port Last. And a few places are still open, and guards begin going around after the Lord Tucker begins declaring out that it is safe to do so. Inns begin reopening again, and some shops and houses, they just stay closed for the night, no point opening again. And I would ask, bear in mind that he kind of just fucks off, what do you guys do?
Is there a bar?
Thank you, Ollie. I knew I could trust on you.
You know me.
Make an investigation check.
How's
down a
Gregor
level.
looking?
Just give me like 3 seconds, everyone. Let's see.
That blood loss.
Less bloodlust and more. Duh.
We're sure I don't have brain damage.
I don't have the
These
damn.
things can never be determined.
So it takes the better part of 2 hours where Serenus goes, I got this, and begins trying to ask people, but he did not wait for Kika to clean him off of the gore. As such, a gory man is beginning to walk up to people, and people, of course, do the look away, move quick, out of the fucking way. And it takes a while before Serenus even stops to think, why are people running from me? Looks down at the gore and goes, oh. At which point Kika cleans him off. And after maybe an hour, you guys find one of the guards begins to explain to you where you could go for the night, where it usually has open. I'd recommend staying away from the dock taverns, as they tend to have more ruffians currently.
We'll go in there.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're going there.
No, we're not.
I storm towards the ports of
I grab him by
Oh,
the
good
scruff
man.
of the neck and lift him up. No, we're
Legs
not.
dangling and he's still walking.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
doing the dog thing where they think they're.
I'm nearly there. Why aren't I moving?
And then I will then grab him and keep him under my arm.
I'm just gonna reach into my pocket and just pull out a small bottle of wine and just go.
As we're
That's fine.
Out of his pocket, I'll cast command.
Oh, the image.
as
Okay,
we're with the
well,
guard.
Okay, hang
I
on,
will-
hang on. So firstly, I'm just going to get King first, because I imagine other things are about to happen depending on what Kay just said.
Yeah, go
So
on.
first, King, what did you say?
As we have a guard here, I will flash my symbol of the king and all that, and saying, as I'm sure your lord is busy with everything that's going on, would you mind telling me how things are going in regards to the war and the safety and viability of this town to protect?
Well, I apologize, but I don't know that much. What's happened? We were aware that Neverwinter was under attack. The Lord has the means of, in his own personal domain, he has the means of contacting other towns in case we get attacked, aside from sending out riders, but we have the means of defending ourselves from raids, which do occur more often than not, but those are mostly from pirates and nothing what apparently is flying ships, which is preposterous. We kind of don't have much to prepare for it, but whatever we have, it's been noted.
Very good. Just wanted to keep the information flowing towards the kingdom and whatnot. I'm glad to see that things are doing well here. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. If you would like, I was going to recommend it. You could go to the Fishmonger and the Gladiator. It's a tavern up on the... Follow up the roads there onto the northern side, and you will see a tavern with a sign outside that has a large orc woman design on it. In one hand, she has a fish. Other hand, she has a man by the ankle.
Oh.
So kind of like this, and as I grab Cernus by the ankle. So a bit like this, yeah?
No, I was going to say, I don't know how he's trying to drink. You're trying to like drink, but you're upside down, and it's not working.
Pinching his nose.
You can drink upside down.
Kay, what were you going to say earlier?
As he pulls out the bottle of wine, I cast command on him and tell him to drop it.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Anyway, and then I'll actually have not actually done that, but
Oh
No, he
dear.
can't. So he drops the bottle of wine on the
Drop
floor.
it. Drop it. Drop
You
it.
just hear the command drop, and your hands go. While
Do I have enough
Man.
time to use Mage Hand to catch it?
make a dexterity
No,
check.
it smashes on the floor. Just let it happen.
Party shenanigans.
Make a dexterity check. I'm going to say the DC. Or not? What's the DC?
14.
Yes. You wouldn't have advantage, unfortunately.
No, I wouldn't.
but I'm going to say no, unfortunately not. You do catch.
I turn
That's
to them.
one of them. I have
I
another
turn to them
one.
and say, regardless of his behaviour, could you refrain from wasting precious resources?
It wasn't wasted.
You heard them. I proceed to then
Speaking
pull
of,
out my
could you
other
refrain
bottle.
from drinking all the precious resources?
Did you put out another bottle?
I only have 2 on me. I have 2 on me still spare. That was like tucked away inside myself, so I'll pull out the other one,
Command,
pop it open, and start drinking again.
Oh my god.
Command again, make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, you make it.
Serenus, you've seen the bottle shatter before you. That pressure. Hey, you can smell it in your nose, and you begin feeling your fingers lose the grip of the other one. You're like, no, not this bottle. I'm gonna say you can't use command until another half hour at least.
No, I mean, it's like one of more spell slots, that's fine.
I know, but I'm just gonna say for the sake of parties, because otherwise you're gonna. Come on, stop that! Come on, stop that!
I call the maids to come and carefully clean up the glass.
One of them produces a broom from and just goes sweep, 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 and just sweeps it off to the side. Because there's plenty of dirty gutties and they just get tossed. So yes, aside from your dynamics, there is the fishmonger and the gladiator I commit to.
My apologies, we are a rather ragtag group of mercenaries, but that's time's demand.
Considering
Thank you
have
for your time.
Considering you have the literal Butcher of Neverwinter in the back of your cart. Do, when you get to the tavern, speak to Sharad. She is the proprietor.
Thank you.
Just so
again.
you know how to properly present yourselves. If he acts like that in front of her, he will get his nose broken. Have a nice day. And the guard turns and walks away. He did not specify who he was talking to. He just waved in your general. And the guy goes back on his patrol.
Right then. I believe it's time for everyone to get a nice
Go get some
sleep.
rest.
As you guys are walking, it'll take, and you'll eventually find somewhere to. The actual fishmonger and the gladiator will have a place to leave the cart and horses, donkey. As you guys go, do you want to do anything? Because it'll take you about 30-40 minutes to walk, float, trot.
I'm going to keep my arm locked in place. So
Just
that
have
he
him
can...
like a. Do you just have him like a rugby ball? Because bear in mind, he's about as tall as you.
Yeah, basically.
I'm just gonna continue to drink.
How much alcohol do you have on you?
Not enough.
Got one bottle of wine left.
As a man who's dealing with his own alcohol agony.
And as somebody who
But Dad, you're Irish. You're meant
beats
to.
over you.
No,
I
don't
know.
encourage him.
I know.
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
no.
No, I'm not. If I can sit in Shannon Airport where there's chairs and a bar and not drink, I can resist you.
I'm fucking with you anyway.
I know you're fucking with me. You fuck.
You're doing good.
One thing I was going to ask was, I believe there's a type of role that you can do for this, but I'm just going to ask Das's expertise in this area. One thing Lo would try and do is to go to each of the bars, not specifically to drink, but to perform, do his job essentially, and try and
Earn some coin.
Okay.
The part of the yeah.
I think that's
You're-
like under downtime activities or something
That is,
like
under, that is under downtime activities. I'll say that you first have to get to where you want to go, leave
Oh.
down your things.
My roll 20's had a fart. Everybody,
Uh-oh.
everybody suddenly vanished.
Same.
It's
Same.
alright, carry on. It's not
Same.
what we're-
Same.
Okay, it's fine.
Right. Keep
Um,
going and I shall reload.
I'm reloading too. So, I will say that you drop down first at the fishmongers, and then you can make your way. I just realized fishmongers and gladiators. You're going to the flagon to get a flagon,
Flagon.
Of course we are.
Oh,
and of course
God.
I'm referring to the English variant, which is just
Yeah.
As the other one,
Hell
you take the
yeah.
cigarette and you burn their neck. They say it.
Okay.
So you're going to the Fishmonger and Gladiator.
As we're travelling there, I'll say to the party, since we're in town and travelling anyway, I didn't mention this in Netherwinter because it was in quite a state, but since we have a cart, maybe we should see if there are any supplies heading to our destination, maybe and a few coin in their delivery.
Not
Especially with
bad.
war times, the safe delivery of supplies can be quite important.
I mean, you're talking to an individual who tells stories and dances for a living. I'm sure I can pick up something.
Maybe we'll check with the tavern, and then we can maybe check with a few stores in the morning. I think most
What's
of them are
usually a good
closing.
place to go
Indeed.
for
First,
people
let's-
who don't want to risk the sea?
Mm. We can certainly have a look around the ports. I say they're probably closing up for the night now, but
There's always somebody going to be active. What?
Let's find a
But the
stay
night
for the
shift
night.
is lighter. Alright. So with the directions, it'll take you like you'll be getting closer to sunset because bear in mind you are in the autumn months. Like you're about 6 o'clock now. You're definitely like you'll be closer now because of the very bad investigation roll lobby. Takes you probably closer to 8 o'clock to actually find the Fishmonger and the Gladiator from between the guard and then going back. So do characters interact?
No.
Waggles eyebrows suggestively. Cool.
Interact, motherfuckers!
Yeah.
Interact!
Only because you've been messaging me,
Wait,
Blue.
hold on.
Yeah.
Stab.
Hold on.
You're too busy drinking. Anyone can interact, not you.
Interact,
You're in-
people, interact!
you're
Not
in-
you.
You're in the corner.
Come
I
on.
want to talk to Kayuk, but I'll let Blue and Curls do their thing first if they want to.
now I'm derailed. I was like, what? You want to talk to my brother? Why?
Oh.
Alarms.
anything adult.
Posey, I know that like it's been a bit of a crazy day. I was wondering, do you want to go for like a walk out by the ocean just to like go somewhere quiet maybe?
Why? Okay.
Just because it's a bit noisy in here and
Yeah, sure. Tell Renara where we're going, just in case.
yeah.
Mom.
I tell Runara and I also tell Kayuk.
Why?
We're just going for a walk by the ocean. We'll be back. We just want some like fresh air and a bit of quiet.
Okay, have fun.
Don't
So,
do anything
can
while
you
we're
let me
there.
go?
Definitely won't.
Be
We'll be
safe.
back if anything goes down.
Don't talk to strangers.
Oh, I don't.
Look
I
both
think
ways
once
when
we
you
actually
cross
get to the
the street.
Fishmonger and Gladiator, I'll just kind of
I'm not
drop
actually your
into a
child.
seat.
And
I am.
don't talk to weird guys. Like example before you.
Look,
Gregor lifts up his hand from the cart. Me.
I know.
If anyone starts anything, just come back to the tavern and come get us.
Oh, I was very much planning to do that. That's why I'm telling you where we're going. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good children.
Gonna leave.
God.
It's not actually a child.
Play day.
I know.
Is actually a child. Mom, can we go down to the beach?
Can we go get McDonald's?
Here is one silver each for some picnic.
Outside, can we go play?
On silver, that's good for big.
I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Damn it, if I'm diabetic, all of you characters are being diabetic too. One silver's worth of sugar each.
Damn it.
Oh no!
Amazing.
If I end up getting
Go
a
ahead, chocolate.
diagnosis,
This is
if
a
I end up-
tangent.
Anyway.
Anyway, carry on.
No, that skinny bitch gets to eat chocolate out there.
Haha. Cool. So we're gonna go down to like the sea. Is there actually like a beach in this place, or is it primarily a dock?
There's primarily dock, but like say on the far sides, there is portions that haven't been adapted that are like maybe there's. It goes off.
Like lock
Like-
gates almost.
Not really. No, it more like just stretches off by itself.
Okay.
after a point it goes out of bounds, less from the city reaches.
We shouldn't go too far in case we need to, get back. But
Oh no, we don't need to. Kind of, like I said, I just thought maybe a bit of fresh air and maybe somewhere quiet might be nicer, just for a little bit.
yeah, am I in trouble?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this. I pretty much just hang out with my brother and that's sort of it, so I'm not very experienced at what you're supposed to do.
I also don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, well we can not know what to do together, so that's fine.
It's kind of weird. I haven't been down to a dock because I used to, in Neverwinter, I used to live on the docks. And, I like to think maybe it's still mostly intact.
Hopefully it is. I'm sure if not, it'll get rebuilt quickly. We don't really have docks at home because and she just sort of like flaps her wings.
I thought you lived in Neverwinter.
I don't live there, but I go there a lot.
Oh, okay.
Mum and Dad travel a lot. I mean, we probably spend as much time in Neverwinter as we do at home. They have to go there a lot for like business hero work.
Hero people. Right.
Yeah.
Not a fan?
Oh no! That's no. I'm
not. It's
it.
okay.
No, that's not it. I love Mum and Dad a lot. It's just it gets to be a lot sometimes, and not everybody wants to talk to you because they think they'll get in trouble if they do so. Or
yeah, right.
People like make assumptions because it's complicated and yeah. So I didn't really have, I guess, a lot of friends growing up.
That makes sense why you hang out with your brother.
Yeah, we kind of just had each other as we were growing up. I think he's better at talking to people than me, but it's still kind of the same. People kind of learn who we are and then they kind of like distance themselves because they're like, oh, you're like heroes and stuff, and I'm like, not really, just a person.
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah. I can't imagine.
Sorry, I've probably talked too much.
No, it's okay, because I don't really know what to say, so it's probably good that one of us talks, otherwise this would be a very strange conversation.
That is true. That is really true. I don't know what else to say, but if you want to know more, then I can answer questions.
I mean, I don't know. Everyone I've kind of interacted with in my life are just normal on that front. I guess your parents were a big deal. I don't really know how to relate.
Well, I guess it's kind of the same for me, for you, but like the opposite.
That's true. We both don't understand. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you.
Oh?
How do you do that thing where you make things think they're seeing something?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I just kind of like know the words for the spell. I kind of think like how do I explain this? I mean, because I grew up with so many people knowing who I was a lot of the time, sometimes I just kind of want to like not be seen or be someone else, or like, make them look at someone else other than me. And I guess I just kind of learned how to make that, like, actually happen.
Right.
I mean, I guess maybe my aunt taught me a little bit.
Which one's your aunt? You have so many family members.
I mean, sorry, I just sort of refer to them as that by default. I guess technically I probably have about 5 or 6 people I refer to as my aunt at this point in time.
That's a lot of people.
I mean, we're not technically related, but they're still family, so it's just easier to refer them that way, because they're basically, like, aunts to me.
Family.
But yeah, the one that you met, tall, red hair, she taught me a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I was just wondering, because, you know, I'm trying to pick things up. How often are you around people with so many different types of, you know, abilities and stuff? I want to pick up a thing or two.
I guess you could say that's kind of what's happened to me. Yeah. I mean, if you name something strange, I've probably seen it at some point.
Me too, but probably in a different way.
Why? What sort of things have you seen?
I don't know, really. I haven't lived the most exciting life, but I was
You
mastering for the
say
last-
that, but you knew that unicorn that we met. That's something.
That's true. That was an old story. That was a very long time ago.
I mean, how long ago was that? Sees the panic in the DM's eyes.
It's not panic. It's not panic.
I can't remember myself.
100 and something.
Kika, like, stops in her tracks. Posey, how old are you?
I'm not that old.
I understand how racial lifespans work. How old are you?
Do you know, I don't know. I think about 200 and something. I think.
Okay.
To be honest, I've spent a long time in the woods, so I don't really know. My family didn't really keep track of things like that. Elves.
Yeah, I suppose that it makes sense. I do know, because one of my uncles is an elf. Again, not technically blood related, but it's just easier that way.
Was that the uncle that I met? Very briefly.
Yeah, you met, yeah. With the sword.
Oh god.
the old chat memes. Right. Yes.
I mean,
Oh, fuck.
you also met another one of my uncles, the guy who was making potions.
The crazy one. Yeah.
I mean, it's subjective.
Yeah. Some people would call me crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if you, again, it's family's weird. You could technically call him Whittick's dad in a way, like adoptive father. I suppose is probably the best way to refer to it. So that's how I know Whittick. So Whittick's kind of like.
I should be writing this down.
I mean, if you want to, you can. So he's kind of like a cousin almost.
What book do you pull out to take that down?
The white one.
Noted.
So yeah, so that's how we know Whittick. So Whittick's kind of like a pseudo cousin, I guess. But yeah, it's family's family.
Right. Just your family's huge and weird and full of heroes.
And yeah.
I mean, really, in all honesty, just out of character, Whittick is more more the butler of which
That's how Kika thinks
Roman.
of it. That's just how Kika thinks of it.
Kika thinks of him as a cousin.
while
Exactly.
Roman is like,
Crazy wizard.
Quick, can you go grab this and that for me, please? Thank you.
That's just how she views him.
The reason he's an Oath of Vengeance paladin is just built up frustration. Everyone's had that one boss that they just picture. All he does is just picture Roman's face on people and goes, "Ugh!"
Are you basically saying that Wittick is Batman's Robo Alfred?
In a sense, yeah, that's basically what Wittick is to Roman. Just, yes, sir. Fucking goddammit.
Right, what the fuck were we talking about?
We were talking about Kika's weird
Sorry.
extended family. Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent a few holidays with him. He has a couple of magic things. I mean, everyone kind of has magic-y things. There's a lot of magic in my life.
That's
The
good.
sparkly
I'm trying to-
stardusted
Yeah.
purple
I don't know
Aracaka.
if you could tell. Sparkle, sparkle.
I mean, she almost counts as a light source with stars.
I'm trying to pick up my own, so it's kind of good to be around it more commonly.
I mean, I could try to help if you want. I wouldn't.
Could you?
I mean, I wouldn't claim to be a good teacher, but I've had people try to teach
I
me.
mean, I've never had a teacher. I'm entirely self-taught.
Really? Wow, you're really good.
Thank you. I don't think I go about things the same way, but
Well,
I think
like one of the
magic looks the most similar to mine.
I guess. I mean, one of the things that I got taught like really early on is that everyone has really different magic. Because I mean, like, Mom's is different from my aunt's, and my aunt's is different from my uncle's, and like my uncle's is different from Kayerk's, and Kayerk's is different from mine. So
mine might be different.
a little bit, yeah. It'll be. Oh, what's how to? It'll be uniquely yours, so to speak. They might be similar, but they're all slightly different.
Right. I don't know. I'm
I
just-
mean, do you remember when I put those rats to sleep in the sewer?
Yes! That was so cool.
So she like flaps her wings a little bit and the sparkles sort of come down. So that's kind of like when I use the spell, it does like that little sparkle. But I've seen someone else cast it and it was more of like a cloud, like a pff. It did
Right.
it did the same thing, and like we both say the same words, but it just like looks a little different because
It's like how me and you can both do this, and like just like shoot an Eldritch Blast like into the water, just randomly.
yeah, and Kiko also does the same one.
And it's the difference between like this almost like slightly under the moon, it's an entirely different color. With Posey just watches almost like a radiant thing of it and smashes into the water, whereas yours is almost like
It's all stars.
Glitter
it's all
bomb!
star.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of a glitter bomb.
It's a little cosmic comet.
Anyone who's seen She-Ra knows like what Glimmer does with the booms out kind of shit, just stars in your face.
See, it's the same spell.
Yeah, but it looks different, and you cast yours differently. Yeah, it looks.
Trying to mimic her pose.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's can't be helped because she holds up her hands and it's like our cockers don't have the same number of fingers, so
I don't know. I'm trying to learn. I'm not normally around this many people, so I may as well pick up a thing or two.
yeah. Well, like I said, there's lots of magic. Kayerk knows a bit, and Wittick knows a bit, so you can talk to them as well.
I don't know if they know like this kind of magic. Do they? I don't know how magic works.
I mean, it's not easy, so I don't really know what to say.
Everyone told me you had to study books.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, out of all the huge number of magic users I know, probably only about a quarter of them actually had to study it. I mean, Mum was born with it. Mum's a bit of a special case, though.
I'm getting that impression. I don't think we're the kind of people who get born with stuff like that.
Kika, glowing.
I was kind of born like this, Sparkles.
Purple and sparkly from birth. And in the star, like, because you got literally nothing but the night sky, and like the moon is starting to turn more to like, you know, kind of 2/3 kind of way, like receding kind of thing from its full moon, which was previous. And it's just, you just see the star, like almost stars literally glittering off. Like the fact that she's got eyes is how you can tell, and the fact glittering.
I'm
the fact she got
camouflaging in with the sky.
The thing is, though, like she's on the ground, stars are there, but you imagine if she was up in, she'd literally be unspotable.
I know you said, but what position is the moon in right now? Phase.
Essentially, like I don't know the proper words for the phases of it, but you know, like you can get between where there's only like a third of it left, then half, then 2/3, and then it's a 2/3 are left currently. It's going away. You've got moon go bye bye.
Waxing. Waning? Fuck.
I can never remember which is which.
The same thing.
That's why I do simple man words of moon go bye bye.
Give it mood.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't my finest piece of wording.
I mean, I remember when I was going to say when I was little, I'm still little, some people did sort of speculate why this happened, and literally the only real sort of answer they had was just, my mum exists.
Your parents are special, right?
It's a lot to live up to.
I mean, you don't have to. Being a hero is a lot, and also sometimes a very stupid thing to do, in my opinion. Not to be mean, but yeah, I think sometimes being a hero is the worst thing you could be.
Well, I've heard lots of stories, and I think quite often you don't get to choose.
Maybe that's true. I'm sorry if I scared you earlier. I know I was freaking out.
I mean, I was freaking out as well, so,
That's what I mean. I'll try and keep it together.
It's okay. I mean, I don't deal well with stress.
It depends on the situation for me.
Two apologists said each other.
I'd much rather be in the middle of a fight than be in a crowd.
I mean, both of those sound awful to me.
I'm more used to the fights. Mercenary, remember?
Oh, right.
Odd jobs.
I can't relate to that. I've only really read stuff.
It's not glamorous at all. Whatever you've read. It's just trying to understand whatever you encounter. What it does, what it's good at, how it can be taken down.
Is that
without hurting anyone else.
Is that what you did today?
To some extent.
You seem to know what you were doing.
I mean, I had seen it that time before, so I knew some things.
Oh yeah, you said. I'm sorry, that must have been really scary. I don't know what I would have done if it was me.
I don't even really know what I was doing at the time. I was just panicking. But after you're away from it, you can start piecing things together.
Mm-hmm.
It got that far at Neverwinter, so it must be quick. The rest, I've found out.
You can tell that Kika like wants to ask more, but she's also like trying to be polite.
It's a long story and it's complicated and messy.
Everything's complicated.
Is that was just a bad thing?
There's a lot.
Where
of
is
bad
it now,
things.
actually? I can't remember what we did with it.
It got destroyed by thingy, Gregor.
Yeah, oops. Memory's already going. Wow,
Jeez.
that's a record for me.
You're the anti-me for fight.
Yeah. You know, it's better that it's gone. I was worried about it infecting Serenus like that.
Yeah, that was really scary.
Yeah, I haven't encountered a lot of things that can do stuff like that. I think it's kind of unique. Unless you know, make something want to do that, things don't naturally, in large numbers, want to do things like that.
Ugh.
It's not pleasant.
There's a lot of bad stuff coming up these days.
Yeah,
Like that bear thing as well.
I don't have a lot of guesses about that one. I've been trying to think. I don't know. You know, if you couldn't hear it, maybe. I don't know.
There's a lot of scary stuff, and the people who normally deal with it aren't here.
People who normally deal with this kind of stuff normally aren't there when you need them to be. That's why you have to be adaptable.
Guess that's why we're here, huh?
That's how we've been pushed here, yes. But we should get back. I don't want them to worry, I guess.
Yeah, we should probably turn around. I mean, would you like a lift?
Right, you can fly!
The arms.
Flaps. Flaps.
I can show you the world.
we already did the math. Already did the math. Keith Cure is strong enough to lift Posey.
Oh yeah, Posey is light as anything.
I'm aware.
Yeah,
Shining,
absolutely.
splendid.
How? No, that's a silly question.
No, you can ask. You'd be surprised what isn't a silly question.
How close have you ever got to the moon?
Pretty close, I think. You see, our home that we normally live in is near the very tip top of a mountain range, and we fly above that. Me and Kayak actually used to have races to see who could fly the highest. He would always win.
Of course. It's so pretty to think about.
It's very pretty up there. I prefer it up there, to be honest.
I wonder if the moon is louder if you're closer to it.
Louder? You can hear it?
Not right now. But I'm not talking to them right now.
That's fair.
You know. They're good to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've talked about that before, though.
We might have done, yeah. I've spoken to things before, so
Yeah, the moon's been a good friend to me. Maybe it'll be a good friend to all of you. I don't know. I don't know if most people think about trying to talk to it.
that would be nice.
It's been helping me help all of you. So
Oh. Well, then I should say thank you as well.
Kika says thank you.
She holds out her hand. I'm as I do this, I'm acutely aware how Kika is like half the size of you. But she holds out her hands and is like, shall we go say thank you closer?
Kika, you hear in your ear, as well as Posey. You're welcome.
She just kind of fluffs a little bit. Oh,
You hear it?
I did.
We'll talk later, little one.
Okay. Good friend to me.
Hold on tight.
Will
I'll
do.
fly over the water, but I'm good at this.
Okay. Just don't drop me.
Never.
Bath bomb! Boom!
Ah!
And the sparkly wings flare out.
And you guys do a swirl, you do a fly around. The wind is in your hair, which is a lot of hair, which is just being kicked back. It is a majestic sight to behold. It is like the world's buffest harpy just grabbed a princess and just flew off.
Yeah, so Geeka flies up, and basically over the ocean she finds a good air current that basically just supports her and just stays up there for basically as long as Posey wants to, because with a good air current she can just stay up.
She can just stay up there. So, whilst that happens, and you can basically say whenever you guys choose, whilst that's happening, back at the bar,
Meanwhile,
the lads.
lads,
Meanwhile, outside of the trading
lads,
tent.
lads.
Wait, is the little lads? No. Lads.
So,
We were great last time.
So, while you guys there, you guys pull up, set up your car, set up the donkeys, all resting. Donkeys are knackered. So they've been all day, and they've been pulling most of it. And the maids get off and enter into the tavern. As you enter into the tavern, you just see on the interior, looks like something that most of you would.
Get out.
You cut out there, dude.
You cut out
Sorry.
there.
This looks like on the inside a gladiatorial arena. This looks like where the gladiators would be staying. Like, you know, the private quarters kind of thing. There's no arena, there's no like circle. But that's more like the decor place it looks on the interior. It's a kind of sandstone, dry stone kind of design. And as you guys are looking around into it, there's maybe a dozen patrons in here, just dock hands, a few other. Behind the bar, there's a surly just handing out tankard, and you can tell there's upstairs to this area as well. Like there's stairs that go up sides. Bar itself. There's plenty of tables to sit about in. Gregor remains in the cart. And
I take my blanket out of my bag, just go, here you go, Gregor. Good night.
and he is literally like that, you know, big dog snore sound, just reverberating.
AKA Katie. Just
We all know the big dogs. So as you guys step in, and you begin to see that the tavern has, you know, only a few. There is 2 people. The actual bar currently, and they're taking their tankards and their head in. And as you guys are there about, there's only a few people, plenty of space for you as you guys. The dwarf looks towards. He's spindly dwarf. He's very weird in that he's not very. Dwarves usually have a fine nature, but he's very thin on all accounts. Not to the point of malnutrition, but it looks like he just doesn't build muscle or doesn't build fat. Alright lads, what can I get is?
I just tell the rest of the party, I'll go get us a table. You do whatever you want to do, basically.
2 tankards.
Alright, and seems to be waiting for you.
How much would a meal typically cost for me and mine?
For you and yours, throw that to above.
How much?
That what, sorry?
5 silver for you and yours.
I'll give Whittaker gold coin. For
Why you give me a gold coin?
because you're going up to the bar. I would like
No,
to-
I said I was getting a table.
Ah, right,
I
never
said I
mind.
was getting-
What you want? You want Food King?
I'll talk to the barkeep then and say, we're looking for lodgings for the night
Oh, I think there's a good few of you. Yeah, and then she looks
and 2 more incoming.
He says 2 more. Is that all then? How many? You and your triplets who are all staring at me. Anyway, let's see. I also guys have anything text.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
You keep crying out.
You're
Yeah,
really
you keep cutting out.
Yeah, because the joy of getting a text, which is all caps saying keep it. So let me just. This should be a bit better. Just going on to push to talk. So he says, so have you got any horses or carts or anything outside that needs to be factored in too?
Yep, the 4 donkeys
And a cart
and
with
the
them?
cart.
Okay.
Yep.
So for the night, for the full cart set, it'll be 3 gold to keep them here for the night. Now for yourselves, then, it'll take, if I'm correct, so we have, and I'm just literally counting you guys. So you got your 3 ladies in your row. You've got 2 more coming. I'm seeing the elf, the bard, the robot, and the drunkard and the young lady. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I will not be
7.
needing a room.
He'll need a room.
No, I can. I'll find down here.
I mean, even if we bank up.
He'll be
What?
needing a room. He's
I think there's 11 of us, is that right?
polite.
Let's see, Kairk, Kika, Lo, Posey, 4, 5, 6, 7,
7
Eight.
players, 4
9,
NPCs.
10, 11. Well, you're not including Gregor in that, which will be.
I mean, he's sleeping in the cart, so.
Wow!
Not all night.
Dude,
I mean,
fucking basically saved us.
He'll be fine.
What?
In
I mean,
fairness, he slept
he-
in far worse conditions.
yeah. Plus, honestly, I think he would be like, "No, don't move me. Just I'm fine."
Okay.
We're including Gregor. How much?
So you say 12, and he goes, oh, bollocks, someone's gonna have to bunk up. I have
Few of us
4
will
rooms
bunk up.
available. I have 4
I
rooms
will
available,
bunk up
so
with
you'll
Whittaker
have
then.
you'll have to bunk up there, a few of you as well. So I've space for 3 people per room. Each room will cost about 5 silver, so you'll need 4, so you'll need 20 silver, so either 20 silver or 2 gold.
I mean, I'll put down 5 silver for a room for me and the.
Sleepless.
No, I was gonna say for me and Posey and Kika.
Oh,
Okay. Girls' room.
I'll put down a gold 50. And actually, I'll put down 2 gold because that will cover my food and the rooms for everyone else.
Oh, yeah, we'll get food and drink and stuff as well. So.
I'll say if you guys want to, just 5 gold will cover everything for your rooms.
I can do
and such,
4
and
gold.
If you want,
I'll do
Yeah,
the
if you
other
want
one then.
5.
that'll cover that. And if you guys want to get more drinks and just want to cover yourselves for a night, you can put up like a tab of like, put up like 3 gold or something, or 4 gold, and it should cover the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting up 4 gold.
Okay, so you guys are covered for your food for the night. You're covered for your drinks. All right, we got a few scraps left. I'll tell them to get on something fresh for yourselves. Everything's still hot and working away. So one
By
day,
the way, barkeep, you
Aye.
well, is there an open mic night tonight, alright?
Depends. When you say an open mic, do you mean I do this professionally or I'm a drunken stumbler? Because drunken stumblers usually end outside the door. Somebody gets sick of them.
You
But
got
if you're
2
good at it,
lads here, mate. liven this place up a bit.
Make a persuasion check. As you're proclaiming this to him, you can just see Karik is floating upside down behind you, like giving a thumbs up, like, which is weird. He has to give the thumbs down to make it look like he's giving a thumbs up. And she's doing, alright, you might be entertaining then. Fair enough. There's a space in the corner there you could set up, whatever you like. Don't be minding me at all. So if you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. Just be aware, if you get your thrown out on your asses, it's no concern of mine.
Yeah. Selling you a few more drinks tonight then, mate.
And say, gone up to fuck. Your food will be ready in a bit, and you can just see he's already gotten the 2 tankers that Serena said were quite.
After I've procured the table and everything, like in the sense of I've just kind of moved stuff around that way, you know, there's plenty of room for everybody. I'll come back up and go ask the barkeep, I guess, while everybody else is heading to the table. So, do you happen to know if there's any work to be done cart-wise? Like, anybody need things traveling around?
Oh, check
Where
the
we're
market
going,
tomorrow.
Nick.
Check the market tomorrow will be your best bet.
Okay.
There's always a market down dockside. Anyone who wants to get something done will usually go there and say, I require X to go to Y and encounter the great and dreaded Z and then date A and have children with B and whatever the fuck.
Right. Well, thank you, sir.
Alright, do you drink?
I can, but it has no effect on me.
Then I'm not wasting my fucking drink on you.
That's fine. By me.
So, you guys all begin sitting down, and eventually you all have your food. There is 2 plates that are kept, and Karik is watching them like, you saw that cat with the Coca-Cola bottles where it just immediately bats someone's hand the moment they try to reach for one? He's doing that with the plates and with the foods and whatever drinks that are there for Kika and Posey. Just...
I take it we've brought Gregor in at this stage?
Gregor does not come in. But as you guys are sit down and Kika flies in with Posey, and you guys are just landing outside, like there's a bit of a space, and you sit down. As when you sit down and like a moment of the laughs, you just hear that groaning of the wood as Gregor just sits up. You. Not pointing at you. Motions for Posey to get over here. As we're going to end the session.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I am.
What?
Oh boy.
This is what happens when you go on a date without asking.
We all know this campaign is entirely a dating sim for Posey.
For Posey, that's true.
But
Look, we know it is impossible for me and Curls to have characters that just don't become
It's
best
true.
friends.
but I think I've mentioned this before, but just to be
Very
clear,
well
I think I've mentioned this before, but when King eats, one of the maids has to cut up her food for her before she can eat, because she's only got one hand. She can't wield a knife and a fork at the same time.
Aww.
She can do with magic, but one of her arms is just, yeah. She tries not to use magic to...
I will say now, while I was eating, I had both the taggets in my hand, looked at the food, and just leaned my head down and kind of ate something and just leaned back.
I will say this as well. You two had started talking for all of a minute, and me and Kay were already posting going, the homoerotic energy.
I'm sorry, I'm just unstoppably gay wherever I go.
You just can't help it.
Mate, just wait until
He is the
Serena
child,
starts
don't be
to.
missed.
Yes. She did point that out several times, and I honestly thought that you might comment.
I know, we're just joking.
Okay, well, we're going to end the stream there, so that was wonderful. And go see me get a chance to see me role playing with my best friend.
The best part of this campaign, and then I get to roleplay with Curls alone.
Have fun with that. I'm not saying that.
See you next time.
Oh, that's wonderful. Dash's camera seems to have froze.
Oh god!
Oh,
Oh no! Wait, sniffing tool. Sniffing tool.
Ah,
that was pretty funny. Okay.
Oh god!
I'm not saying that me and Coles may go and roleplay in a Google Doc for a bit, but we might. But that's something for another day. So
Oh, damn it!
thanks for joining in, and hopefully we'll see you guys again next week.
yeah.
Question mark?
Hopefully.
I should be, yeah. I should be good to go.
D&D
Yeah.
next
I'm
week.
ready.
Should be fun.
Dope.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.